One to go. The big one, opportunity. John chapter 6, verse 6. The fourth idea. John chapter 6, verse 6 has this commentary about Jesus' question to Philip. It's to test him. For he himself, Jesus, knew what Jesus was intending to do. It was all part of a plan. So Jesus is giving Philip a perfect opportunity. Jesus is giving the apostles the perfect opportunity. It's all part of the plan. There's nothing here by accident. We often don't look at place, time, and problems as opportunities. We focus in on the negative and we don't look at all the positive opportunities. We need to be hopeful as we approach this, my friends. Opportunities are an opportunity to grow in your faith, in your life. Jesus is using John chapter 6 to grow his disciples. And the opportunities in our lives are an opportunity for God to grow us, to strengthen our muscles and our faith, to build us up, to be a better servant unto the Lord. Opportunities. Joseph was given quite the opportunity, right? All that he endured, Pharaoh ends up making him second in charge of the most powerful nation in Africa. And so he becomes the Secretary of State of Egypt. And God works in through him to not only save the people from starving, but to save his own family and to have his family come and stay with him. What a great opportunity this problem and all these sufferings was leading to. Nehemiah built the wall. He successfully built a wall around Jerusalem, which made it defensible. Nehemiah pairing with Ezra, there was an opportunity for revival. The people in Israel had a spiritual revival because Nehemiah and Ezra were there. What a great opportunity. Esther was queen. And because of her problem solving with the king, her cousin, Mordecai, goes from being a night guard, security, walking around the fence, to being the second most powerful person in the kingdom. The Secretary of State. What a great opportunity. My mother died 9.5 years ago. It's the last time I was in Tennessee. She's dead. There's no reason to go back. We had a family funeral in Maynardville. Her work asked if they could have a memorial at her place of work. And we said yes. Yes, absolutely. So on one day we had the family memorial, and the next day we had the work memorial. And the work memorial was better than the family memorial. The work memorial is seared into my brain. All these employees, she's the director of nursing. All these employees, they had flowers, they had roses, and you could take a rose, and then you could speak at the microphone, and then you'd put the rose in the vase, that. And all these young nurses' aides who pretty much mop floors and clean up vomit and bedpans. These nurses' aides stood up, and they were young, tattooed men or young women that really, if you met either of them in an alley, you'd give them your wallet, And these young people are going, Karen was the person that asked me how my day was. She was the person who was my work mom. If I had a problem, I'd go to Karen. And Karen prayed with me and was worried about me and gave me wisdom and was a meaningful person in my life. Lots of people from work. New place. Time. A problem solved by God. And it turns out God worked in an amazing, miraculous way so that my mother's ministry to the Lord as a nurse was superior to mine as a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ and a pastor of a church. Perfect plan. Perfect opportunity. Perfect problem solving. That's what God is doing in your life. That's what God is doing in my life. These opportunities are an opportunity to grow. So let me quickly give you 5 opportunities to find growth in obstacles, my friends. First, there's an opportunity for emotional growth. When you're dealing with problems and time and place, you can learn compassion and sensitivity, empathy and kindness through this process. Jesus is teaching this to the apostles, and Jesus is consistently teaching these emotional growth opportunities to you and I. It's a way to find growth in obstacles, emotional growth. The second way that you can find growth is through awareness. We get so distracted. When you're dealing with an obstacle, you're able to be self-aware of internal struggles, weaknesses, and wounds. There's nothing like pain and suffering, problems, and having to be patient for you to start examining yourself and seeing if you're the problem. And so you start examining why you're falling short in this. Why you're making this such a big deal. Why is this a monster in your life? Awareness is a powerful way to find growth in any obstacle at all. And we need greater awareness. Third, how to find growth in obstacles, it can be control. You learn that control is an illusion. You have very little control over anything. In fact, God is in control, and the only thing you have control over is how you react. That's it. And we are control freaks, right? And so we need to learn this. This is an opportunity for growth. So number 3, learn that we are not in control, and all we can control is our reactions. And then that empowers us to react to things better. Top shelf kind of reaction. Number 4, flexibility. We get locked into a pattern of thinking, a pattern of expectations. My plan, my time, my place, my way. And a way to find growth in obstacles is flexibility. Change and adapt the way we think. Change and adapt our approach to the place, the time, the problem, the circumstance. Flexibility is a chance to change and adapt a skill or an attribute we have. Maybe we can hone it. Maybe we can learn a new one. Flexibility. When we are flexible, God bends us to make us stronger. And when we are inflexible, we get broken and then healed. Broken and then healed. And last but not least, number 5, skills. Often, obstacles give you an opportunity to grow in brand new abilities and strengths. This is an opportunity for me to learn something. Is there a skill? Is there an ability that I can learn in the midst of this opportunity? And then those stack up. Those stack up, my friends. So 5 ways. 5 ways to find growth in the midst of obstacles. Let's grow like the apostles in our service to the Lord. John chapter